Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Welcome, my name is Aiden. I'm so happy that you are here. Today, I'm going to smell some of the Christian Louboutin fragrances that this set has. I bought this a few months back. It was like a right around Christmas deal at Target, and it has 11 of the Louboutin fragrances. I don't know what they're all called, but you get a lot of them here. We have Funk, Do, Kiss, Rouge, Loubiraj, Crown, Croc, Charme, Prince, Luna, and Mar. So there's a lot in here. We're going to sniff all of them. I'm going to give you kind of my impressions on them. Maybe I'll rank them at the end. We'll see. I also have all of the notes pulled up from Fragrantica to kind of give us an idea of what they smell like, but we're going to look at those after I do my first sniff. So first up, we have Loubifunk. And before I begin, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Let me know if there's any perfume houses that you are interested in. I have some of these sets that I want to do videos on, but I just haven't had a chance to. Life's been insane. So let's start with Funk. And did I say like and comment? Subscribe, all those good things. Interesting. This one is pretty light. It smells kind of clean. There's like a freshness to it. So our notes on this, I think these all came out in 2020. If they didn't, I will let you know. But it says top note is black currant, middle note is Turkish rose, and base note is patchouli. Oh, it's the Loubirouge collection. I like this one. It's feels a little soapy, but it's nice. Yeah, Loubifunk, if you like kind of a soapy rose, I feel like that's what that one's giving me. Definitely one that I will be trying out on skin. Some of these make me a little nervous, you know. You want to smell before you put them all over your skin. And that one was pretty nice. Then we have Do is next, D-O-O. They all feel a little bit lighter than I was expecting them. I thought they would be projecting more like beast mode, but you know, I put a couple spritzes on the strip and it's not an immediately overwhelming scent like some can be. I feel like this is kind of similar to Funk in a little bit of ways. They feel related for sure. This one feels a little lighter though, even like, I wouldn't say that Funk was super light, but like I said, they're not beast mode. The notes on this are strawberry, rose, and cedar. So maybe I'm getting that rose and that's why they feel like they're related to each other. I don't necessarily think I would recognize this as a strawberry or a cedar wood. It's so light. We're going to spray another one because I feel like okay, I'm getting a little bit more of the sweetness. The rose is still there though, but it feels kind of like a soapy rose to me. It's interesting. I like it. Want to try it on my skin. I think the big thing is I don't think any of these are in my price range for the full size of them because I'm pretty sure these are kind of expensive. But this set wasn't. I feel like it was like $50 for 11. It felt like it was a pretty decent deal for the sample sizes. Next up, we have Kiss, which feels like it's going to be pretty feminine. Like, I don't know. I feel like a kiss seems like a feminine thing. Oh, I wonder if this has vetiver in it. There's something interesting. It's a little earthy, like not earthy, but a little dried grass. So at first it gave me hints of like maybe vetiver, but as it's drying down, I had to pause because of noisy cars. It smells a little bit more like a white floral. It's pretty. It's a little more floral, like just straight floral than I normally would like. But our notes are, top note is jasmine, middle note is tuberose. So there's where we got it. Base notes are musk and woody notes. I don't think it's bad. It just kind of reminds me of just more of a straight white floral. Kind of reminds me of some of the things that I have from the Hawaiian Fragrance Company. So it feels just very, very floral, like a straight white floral. And it's pretty, but it's not something that I would really wear. All right, next up we have Rouge, which fits with Louboutin, I feel. Ooh, this one is interesting. It's sweeter than the other ones. It's kind of has a little mysteriousness to it at the same time. I'm getting a little bit of woody notes in there too, and like in the base. So our notes are cardamom, iris, and vanilla. So maybe the cardamom is what is giving me a little bit of the woody feel to it, but I could definitely tell it had vanilla in it. I like this one. I feel like this is more of a wintry type scent. It's really interesting. It's like a kind of a smoky vanilla, but not like by the fireside kind of, more of like a, it doesn't smell as smoky, if that makes sense. It's more of a, like you're cooking something smoky, if that makes any sense. Moving right along, we have Raj next. The sprayers on these are a little wonky. I'm spraying some on my hand instead of directly on the strip. This is one of those scents that kind of hits you. I feel like this is stronger than the other ones. I'm not really sure what I'm getting. It's kind of assaulting my nasal cavity, and it's making, like, giving me a little bit of sinus pressure right in here, which is interesting. Let's see what it actually is. So our notes are pink pepper, middle note is suede, and base note is cedar. It must be the suede. I usually don't like suede. It can sometimes give me a visceral reaction, and I think that's what's going on with this one. Yeah, so that is a no. That is not one that I want to wear. I'm getting a little bit, like, now that I read that it's suede, I'm getting, like, yeah, it's suede. It has, like, that kind of, not creaminess to it, but if that makes sense, like, as opposed to leather, it's a little bit more creamy. So no, that's a definite no. That's the first no of the bunch. All the other ones so far have been like, oh yeah, I'll at least try it. But that one is no. If I wear that one, I will not be able to, I will have to take headache medication. All right, we are moving on to Croc. I'm getting a little nervous. I feel like maybe they're getting more masculine as we're growing, and I definitely tend towards the more feminine, sweeter ones. This one does not want to spray out. It just kind of spurted a little bit. This has kind of a cool feel to it. Almost, it's not quite aqua, like scented, which would make sense for a croc, but there is something kind of cooling in there. So our notes are cypriol oil, base note, top note is myrrh, middle note is cypriol oil, and base note is sandalwood. So maybe that oil has that kind of scent. I'm not familiar with that. I don't think I have any scents with myrrh in them either. It's interesting. It's not completely overwhelming. I don't know if I want to wear this on my skin, but if somebody else was wearing this, I'd be like, oh yeah, they have like this mystique about them. But this is not one that I could wear. It's not headache inducing like the last one, but it's also not one that I'm like, ooh yeah, I want to wear that one. No, but it's interesting. All right, we next have Crown, And let's give this one, ooh, that one sprayed out pretty good. And also, I just want to take a minute. Do you see the artwork on this? I thought it was kind of cool with the lips and stuff. And the shoes. Definitely interesting. This one is pretty masculine to my nose. Definitely, once again, not something I would wear. So our notes are cedar, patchouli, and tonka bean. And I think the cedar is very strong in this. Tonka bean and patchouli I will wear, but I think mixed with the cedar, like just the mixture of this is, it's a little dry. I don't think it smells bad. I just don't think it's anything that I'd want to wear. And I wouldn't want to cuddle up next to somebody that smells like this, because it's too woody. And that could be that both my skin and I think my nose pick up on woods pretty, can feel them more strongly. And I think that's what's going on with Crown. So this is a definite no for me as well. Okay, now we are moving on to Charm, and I just looked these up and they are intense and they came out in 2021, the next 3. So we're moving on a little bit. We're trying to get a little bit stronger scents, I think. So Charm with an E. This is kind of interesting. It has a sweetness to it. I want to say it's probably a strawberry or a red berry in there. It kind of reminds me of like a more dark version of like Miss Dior or Mutine. There's something sweet in there. So our notes are very confusing to me because that's not what I get from this. It says top note is incense, middle notes are rose and geranium, base note is patchouli. Yeah, I get patchouli. Like, I think that's where I'm getting that darkness from. Maybe that's from the incense too. But there's definitely like a sweetness to this. I feel like there's got to be something else in there that's they're not listing. But I kind of like that one. I think that might be a kind of an overwhelming, like maybe just 2 spritz kind of a fragrance. Definitely, I do think that it feels like more of an intense fragrance than some of these other ones. Okay, we're on to Prince. Let's see what Prince smells like. Once again, it just kind of spurted out. It didn't really mist. Ooh. This has a sweetness to it. My nose is rebelling a little bit. I want to sneeze. But let's read the notes because I think I'm getting a little fatigue. I'm not understanding what I'm smelling. So, oh, maybe that's why. The top note is labdanum, middle note is sandalwood, and base note is tonka. It smells nice. It's kind of, it does smell creamy. The tonka bean makes sense to me because it didn't really smell like vanilla, but I couldn't figure out what else. Yeah, it's like a lightly creamy, semi-sweet scent. I think this definitely could go either way. It's kind of interesting. I kind of like it. 2 more, and then I'm going to try to rank them from my least favorite to my favorite. Okay, we have Luna. I know there's cars going by. It's a little noisy. This is kind of strong. Not sure, once again, what I'm smelling. Okay. Top note is fig nectar. I'm not, like, I kind of get fig, like, know what it smells like, but I wouldn't have identified this as fig. Middle note is cedar. Base note is papyrus. Maybe I think that might be what's throwing me because I just, I don't like it. I will tell you that it's strong. It makes me feel a little nauseated, actually. We're gonna put it over there because, yeah, there's something about it that my stomach feels unsettled now. I'm going to take a drink and before I get on to the next one. But yeah, there's something that just really unsettled my stomach with that. All right, my last one is Loubimar, and this one came out in 2022. It's back to the lighter colored ones. It's not the intense ones. So let's give this one a sniff. Okay, this is kind of a nice palette cleanser. I think Mar is a good word for it. It does feel a little bit, I wouldn't say necessarily aquatic, but it feels kind of fresh. So our notes on this are sea salt and lemon. I think the lemon is really like brightening it up and making it feel fresh. Middle note is tuberose, base note is musk. I like this one. This would be a good one in the summer. I'm worried that the salt might make it a little, I don't like too salty on my skin, so that could become an issue, but good palette cleanser after that Luna, because it has, I'm trying to think if there's something that smells similar to it. It's not really like light blue or any of the flankers, but it does have that lemon that kind of like gives you that lemon type note from that. And then it feels kind of light and refreshing. It's a refreshing scent. Let's rank them. I'm going to figure out what my ranking is. Okay, I've figured out my ranking from my least favorite all the way up to my favorite. These bottom 4 are no-goes. They will not be ones that I wear. They are going to go into my pass along bag, and because they're definitely not ones that I want to wear, especially these bottom 2. These cause visceral reactions. The first one, now my stomach is growling, but the first one, my stomach felt sick. So Luna is definitely in last place. That's a no to the 10th degree. Then Raj is the one that gave me a headache right in here, and I'm not going to mess with things that give me headaches. That's just no. Then we have Crown. It's okay. It's not my speed. It's not one that I'd want to wear. Same with Croc. I like it a little bit more than Crown, but it's also one that I wouldn't be wearing out. Wouldn't want to have it sit on my skin. So those 4 are definite no's for me, but they might be scents that you really enjoy. We're very subjective, aren't we? All right, next up we have Kiss. Kiss is not one that I would, like, I can wear this, but I don't think I'd really enjoy wearing it that much. This is the very white floral one. So it's going to go in 5th place. So we're right around the middle point. And then we have Rouge. I was kind of debating with Rouge and with Charme, which way. They're both just okay. They're not one, like, I don't like one necessarily more than the other in this range. But I think that's where I'm going to go, Rouge and then Charme. Then we have the ones that I find kind of intriguing that I am looking forward to actually getting wear out of. We have Dew. It's nice and light. I think I like it just not quite as much as Funk, but they're both interesting. Okay, yeah, I definitely think I like Funk better smelling it there. So those 2, and then my top 2, I'm going with Mar. Actually, no, you know what? We're going to strike that. We're going to put Funk above Mar. So Funk's going to be in 2nd place. Mar is going to be in 3rd, maybe even 4th. Like, it's getting saltier as it's sitting, and I don't really love salty scents on my skin. So that might make it down a little bit lower. And I think Prince is probably my favorite, which was kind of surprising because that's not what I was expecting at all. But I had never smelled any of these before, so completely just going in, getting first impressions on them. Let me know if you've tried any of them, what your thoughts are on Christian Louboutin, if you start sneezing after smelling too many fragrances, or maybe it's just certain notes in these fragrances. Anyway, I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.